started. So what we want to do tonight is this. I want to, let's assume I have a button like this, and click on this button. I want to call on a function. So let's say this is 3. Then I'll copy. I'll call another function. I'll call this second. And this will be, let's say, 5. So what I want to do is this. When I click on this, I want to put 3 on the screen. Then when I click on this, I want it to put the 5 on the screen. So I can give this an ID called display. So let's get 2 functions together. So I'll say display dot inner text equals to 3. Then for the next one, I'll get another function. I can call it second func. Then just copy and paste. Then change this to 5. So let's send this codes together. So when I click on this, I'll see 3. When I click on this, I'll see 5. 3, 5. Now, next thing is this. Instead of the 3 replacing the 5, or the 5 replacing the 3, what I want to do is, I want a station whereby it's going to put it on the screen with whatever it meets there. Instead of it replacing it, whatever you meet on the screen, help me to add this with it. So for instance, if I click on 3 and I click on 5, it becomes 3, 5. So that I will see something like 35 on the screen. That's the next thing I want to do. So I'll say, instead of saying this equals 3, I'll say remember I mentioned something in one of our previous classes. I said whenever you are getting anything using inner text like this or inner HTML or value, it is always a string. Can we remember?
Yes, sir.
So that means whatever we have is actually a string. When I say plus 3, it means it's going to be concatenated with 3. Because this is a string, it's not going to add them together. At first, there's nothing inside this. So this is an empty string, but it's still a string. This is actually like this. It's an empty string right from the beginning. So that empty string plus 3, that becomes 3. But the result will be a string because this is a string. This is a string plus 3. So it's going to concatenate them together. When I click on this second func, I'm saying whatever you see on the screen also concatenate 5 with it. So whatever it sees, it will concatenate 5 with it and set it back again. When I click on it again, it's going to take whatever is on the screen, concatenate 5, set it back. So let's run it on the browser and see the results together. 3, 5. So if I click on the 5 again, it's going to say 5, 5. If I click on 3, it's going to say 5, 5, 3. 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5. So what happens is, it's going to take whatever is on the screen, concatenate whether 3 or 5, depending on the one I click on, then set it back. So I can now reduce this code by saying plus equals 3, and this becomes plus equals 5. Any question?
Cleared.
Do you understand?
No. Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
clear. Self-explained.
With this, you should be able to complete the assignment now. I've also explained the eval keyword, eval function. I said as eval evaluate whatever is inside. Like for instance, if I say eval 7 plus 4 minus, let's say 2 it like this. Eva is going to evaluate all of this together. It's going to evaluate all of this and give me a single result. So, so I'll comment out all of. I don't even need to comment out anything. If I run this, it will just alert the result of this. So let's go to the browser and check it. Minus 5. Eval has evaluated everything, and the final result is minus 5. So you will need this in your code. You will need to use something like this eval. Do you have any question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's that?
So my question is that if you want to make use of the EVA,
Yes.
now we don't know. Okay, for a user that want to do probably addition subtraction, we don't know the operation that user wants to perform.
Yes.
So how can we input it in our JavaScript?
Think about it. You
Okay,
will get it.
okay, sir.
That's fine. Think about it. You will get it definitely. You will. Any other question? My work is
Yeah.
to teach you how the eval function works, and
Another
so that
question.
you won't disturb yourself searching for it. Now you know that there's a function called eval, and you now know how it works. You will now know you'll be the one to now think about when to use it in your code. You have another question now, you can ask. Hello, man.
Hello, sir.
Yes, man.
Yeah, the last class we had,
Okay.
that was on local and variable, sorry, local and global variable.
Yes, man.
So I don't know all these things. How when can we know when to use it and when not to use it?
I
So that is where I'm having issue.
I sent a message. No, I recorded another video after that class, and that video, the title of that video, is out when to use local and global variable. It's a very short video,
Yeah,
and I explained in that video that
yeah.
whenever you realize that more than one function, maybe you need that variable inside this function, and you also need to use it inside this function, then you make it a global variable. Whenever you realize that you need that variable inside more than a single function, then you make it a global variable. Whenever you realize that you need that variable inside more than one function, make it a global variable. But when it will only be needed within just a function, then you should think about making it a local variable.
Okay. But in the case of this assignment being given to us,
Yes.
are we to make use of the local or global variable too?
You know you are the one to create the variable. So if after creating the variable, if you realize that you'll be needing that variable inside more than one function, then you make it a global variable. But if it should just be needed within that function, then you make it a local variable.
Because along the line, I was trying to make use of that topic, but I don't even know how to make use of it. That is the problem.
Alright. Practice makes perfect. What you're going to do is the more you work on it, the more you get used to it. And of course, the more you know when to use which. Just keep doing it step by step. And as time goes on,
Okay.
you're going to. But just ensure you complete this assignment first. You're almost done. I've checked your work. You're very close to the end of the assignment. Don't worry. After the class, go back to it and continue working on it. I'm very sure.
All right.
Once you solve this first problem, then others will settle. You know how to go about the rest.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other question concerning the assignment?
There's no question now because I have not even attempted it, which is very, very wrong. But by God's grace, within before the next class, ah, by Tuesday, unfailingly, I'll submit.
Okay, sir. Alright, sir. Okay, we're about to call it a day. Alright. That will win your Kalesa. Alessa. Okay, maybe it's not request. Okay.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance, everyone.
Same to you, same to you, same to you. Thank you so much.
Hello.
I heard, how do you win it? Ekalesa.
Okay. Mr. Taiwo, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay. Concerning the assignment,
Yes, sir.
like àwọn CSS yẹn it take time jù, but I'm still yes, I'm on it. Yeah, I'm almost through. Mm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Alright, sir.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Okay. Well done, sir.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Tyrell,
Yes, sir.
when did I say I will submit? Tuesday, right?
You said before Tuesday.
Okay. So I want you to take me by my word. Before you start thinking, I will do like before. I'm serious
Okay.
this time.
Alright. Okay, no problem.
Oh God, I miss you.
No problem. Alright, sir. Good night,
All right. Good
everybody.
night. Thank you very much. Good night,
All
everyone.
right. Good
You're welcome.
night.
Yes,
Good
sir.
night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.